Ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to building a great life, the first step isn't action. It's awareness. Before you can climb any mountain, you've got to know where you stand. You've got to take a good, honest look at your current situation and say, this is where I am, this is who I've become, and this is what needs to change. You see, success doesn't begin with a paycheck. It begins with a philosophy, because how you think determines how you act, and how you act determines what you get. Most people try to fix their income without fixing their philosophy. They chase better jobs, better opportunities, better luck, but they never stop to fix the one thing that controls it all: their mindset. When I was a young man, I used to think the secret to success was to work harder. So I worked twice as hard, but I stayed poor. Then I thought maybe it was about getting a better job. So I changed jobs, but nothing really changed in me. Then one day, a wise man said to me, "Jim, if you want things to change for you, you've got to change." That was the day I learned that success isn't something you pursue. It's something you attract by becoming a better person. See, your level of success will never exceed your level of personal growth. If you want to make more money, become more valuable. If you want to lead others, learn how to lead yourself. If you want life to give you more, bring more value to life. That's the law. And laws don't change, people do. Now let's talk about the 3 levels where most people live. I call them the 3 levels of life. The survival level, the comfort level, the freedom level. Let's start at the bottom, the survival level. That's where every dollar already has a name before it even arrives. Rent, bills, groceries, gas. It's a cycle that never ends. At this level, people live day to day, week to week. There's no breathing room, no margin, no opportunity to dream. Now, survival isn't shameful, we've all been there. But staying there forever? That's a tragedy. Because life wasn't meant to be an endless grind. It was meant to be a masterpiece. Then comes the comfort level. This is where most people stop growing. They've got enough to get by, maybe even enough to enjoy some weekends, but not enough to be free. Comfort is the enemy of growth. It whispers, "You're fine. You've done enough. Take it easy." And once you listen to that whisper long enough, your dreams start to fade quietly in the background. And then, at the top, is the freedom level. This is where you're no longer working just to pay bills. You're working to build something meaningful. Freedom isn't just financial. It's mental, emotional, spiritual. It's waking up with purpose, going to bed with peace, and knowing that your time is truly your own. But here's the truth. Freedom doesn't come from luck. It comes from discipline. Green square discipline. The bridge between dreams and reality. Let me give you a simple definition. Discipline is doing what you should do, even when you don't feel like it. Motivation is good, but it fades. Discipline stays. Motivation is the spark. Discipline is the fire that keeps burning long after the spark is gone. You don't get fit because you go to the gym once. You get fit because you show up every day, especially on the days you don't want to. You don't become wealthy because of one good month. You become wealthy because of consistent, intelligent action taken over years. You don't become wise overnight. You become wise because you read, reflect, and learn day after day, year after year. See, discipline compounds just like money in a bank. Every small act of discipline adds up to a lifetime of power and confidence. And every small act of neglect compounds too into regret and frustration. That's why I tell people, suffer the pain of discipline or suffer the pain of regret. The choice is yours. Discipline will hurt you for a moment. Regret will hurt you for a lifetime. Now, discipline doesn't just live in big decisions. It's in the small, quiet moments that nobody sees. When you choose to read instead of scrolling. When you wake up early instead of hitting snooze. When you save instead of spend. When you listen instead of argue. Those are the moments that shape your destiny. And here's the beauty. Discipline isn't a gift. It's a habit. You build it the same way you build muscle, 1 rep at a time. You don't start big, you start small. And you do it every single day. That's how ordinary people build extraordinary lives. Green square philosophy of success. The power of becoming more. Now, let me tell you something that changed my life forever. Success is not to be pursued. It is to be attracted by the person you become. That one sentence turned my whole world around. I used to think, if I could just make more money, I'd be happy. But then I learned happiness isn't something you get from money. It's something you bring to money. I used to think, if I could just meet the right person, my life would change. But the truth is, you don't attract who you want, you attract who you are. You can't get rich with a poor mindset. You can't build a great relationship with small thinking. You can't lead others if you can't first lead yourself. So the real question isn't, what am I getting? The real question is, who am I becoming? Because your income will seldom exceed your level of personal growth. You've got to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. If you work hard on your job, you can make a living. But if you work hard on yourself, you can make a fortune. The secret is to become more valuable. You don't get paid by the hour, you get paid for the value you bring to the hour. So don't ask for an easier life. Ask for more skills. Don't ask for lighter burdens. Ask for stronger shoulders. Don't wish for fewer problems. Wish for more wisdom. The Road to Freedom by Rohn. When it comes to building a great life, the first thing you must understand is that success begins with awareness. Before you can climb any mountain, you must first know where you stand. You must look at your current life and admit, this is where I am, and this is who I have become, and this is what I must change. Most people try to change their results without changing their thinking. They change jobs but not habits. They change surroundings but not mindset. And then they wonder why life feels the same. Success is not about luck or timing, it is about philosophy. Because how you think determines how you act, and how you act determines what you get. A wise man once told me, if you want things to change for you, you must change. That one lesson changed my life forever. Because success is not something you chase, it is something you attract by becoming more valuable. Your level of success will never rise higher than your level of personal growth. If you want more, you must become more. If you want wealth, learn to create value. If you want leadership, learn to lead yourself first. If you want freedom, take responsibility for everything you do. The Road to Freedom by Rohn. When it comes to building a great life, the first thing you must understand is that success begins with awareness. Before you can climb any mountain, you must first know where you stand. You must look at your current life and admit, this is where I am, and this is who I have become, and this is what I must change. Most people try to change their results without changing their thinking. They change jobs but not habits. They change surroundings but not mindset. And then they wonder why life feels the same. Success is not about luck or timing, it is about philosophy. Because how you think determines how you act, and how you act determines what you get. A wise man once told me, if you want things to change for you, you must change. That one lesson changed my life forever. Because success is not something you chase, it is something you attract by becoming more valuable. Your level of success will never rise higher than your level of personal growth. If you want more, you must become more. If you want wealth, learn to create value. If you want leadership, learn to lead yourself first. If you want freedom, take responsibility for everything you do. Do not underestimate the power of doing small things well. Small things done daily create big change over time. If you read 10 pages of a good book every day, in a year you will have read thousands of pages. If you save a small amount every week, in a few years you will have built wealth. If you exercise for 30 minutes daily, in a year your body will transform. Small consistent effort always beats big random effort. The key is persistence. Anyone can start, few can continue. The start is exciting, the middle is painful, the end is rewarding. You must be strong enough to move through the middle. Discipline means doing it even when you do not see results yet. The farmer plants seeds and waters them long before harvest. He trusts the process. He knows that time will reward his patience. You too must plant seeds of effort every day and trust that they will grow. The mind must be trained daily like the body. Feed it with good words, good ideas, and good influences. Guard it from negativity, gossip, and fear. Your mind is a garden and your thoughts are the seeds. If you plant weeds, you will harvest trouble. If you plant wisdom, you will harvest peace. Never say, I will start someday. Someday is not a day on the calendar. Start today with what you have where you are. Because every step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to freedom. The time will pass anyway. The question is, what will you have built when it does? A year from now, you will either be glad you started or wish you had. Do not wait for perfect conditions. The perfect moment never comes. The best time to start is always now. Let me tell you something about comfort. Comfort feels good now but costs you later. Discipline feels hard now but rewards you later. Comfort gives pleasure for a moment. Discipline gives pride for a lifetime. The world will try to distract you. Distractions come in many forms. Entertainment, gossip, negativity, laziness. They all steal your focus little by little. Focus is the currency of success. Spend it wisely. Every minute you spend scrolling is a minute you could have spent learning. Every hour you waste complaining is an hour you could have used creating. Every day you spend in comfort is a day lost to growth. You must learn to say no to what does not serve your goals. Say no to excuses. Say no to gossip. Say no to anything that steals your focus or your energy. Success requires saying yes to your purpose and no to your distractions. Build a daily routine that matches your dreams. If your dream is big, your habits must be strong. If your goals are high, your discipline must be higher. Wake up early before the world starts rushing. Spend time in silence, think, plan, reflect. Feed your mind with wisdom. Feed your body with movement. Feed your heart with gratitude. Write down your goals each morning, because writing makes your dreams physical. Tells your mind what matters. It keeps your purpose alive. At night, review your day. Ask yourself, did I move forward? Did I grow? Did I honor my time? If yes, celebrate. If not, adjust. That is how champions live. They review, they reflect, they refine. Never forget that success is built on rhythm. The rhythm of daily effort. The rhythm of focus and follow through. You must keep that rhythm alive. Even on bad days, especially on bad days. Because bad days build strong people. Anyone can perform on good days. It takes character to perform on bad days. And character is what separates the great from the good. You will meet people who laugh at your discipline. They will call you too serious, too focused, too obsessed. But the day will come when they ask you how you did it. So stay the course. Let your results speak louder than your words. The quiet ones who work when others rest. The disciplined ones who act when others talk. The focused ones who stay when others quit. They are the ones who win. The formula for success is simple. Decide what you want. Commit to daily action. Ignore distractions. Keep going no matter what. And remember, success is never owned, it is rented. And the rent is due every day. The Road to Freedom. Part 5: Building Relationships and the Power of Influence. Life is not meant to be lived alone. We rise higher when we lift others with us. Success without connection is empty. Fulfillment comes from contribution, from giving, from building people, not just things. You must learn how to treat people right. Because every person you meet is either a bridge or a barrier to your future. Treat them with kindness and you build bridges. Treat them with arrogance and you build walls. People do not care how much you know until they know how much you care. When you listen to others with full attention, you give them value. When you show genuine respect, you earn influence. Relationships are like gardens. They grow when you nurture them daily. They die when you neglect them. You must water them with care, attention, and appreciation. The world is full of people chasing success, but few are building character. Be the person others trust. Be the one who keeps promises. Be the one who shows up on time. Be the one whose word is gold. Trust is the foundation of all great relationships. It takes time to build, but only one careless act to break. Guard it carefully. Never lie, never cheat, never betray. Because when trust is lost, it takes years to rebuild. Influence is not about power. It is about example. The greatest leaders are not those who command others. They are those who inspire others to follow willingly. Leadership begins with self-mastery. You cannot lead others until you lead yourself. You cannot inspire others until you live by example. When you live with integrity, people notice. When you work with excellence, people respect you. When you speak with honesty, people listen. Success without character is failure in disguise. The true measure of success is not what you own but who you become. Never underestimate the power of words. Your words can lift or destroy. They can plant seeds of hope or seeds of doubt. Choose your words wisely. Speak life, not fear. Speak encouragement, not criticism. The tongue is small but powerful, can start wars or build peace. So let your words heal, not harm. People are drawn to those who make them feel valuable. Everyone is fighting a silent battle. Everyone is hungry for appreciation. A kind word, a gentle smile, a little encouragement can change a life. Do not wait for big moments to express gratitude. Say thank you to those who help you. Appreciate the small gestures. Gratitude strengthens relationships and deepens connection. If you want strong relationships, you must learn to forgive. Forgiveness is not for them, it is for you. Holding anger poisons your own soul. Let go of resentment and move forward free. When you forgive, you release pain. You make room for peace. You open the door for new blessings. You will meet people who hurt you, misunderstand you, or doubt you. Do not allow them to define you. Keep your spirit clean and your heart pure. Surround yourself with people who push you to grow. People who challenge you to be better. People who tell you the truth, not just what you want to hear. Your circle shapes your mindset. If you walk with lazy people, you will become lazy. If you walk with dreamers, you will become inspired. The right people will sharpen you. The wrong people will drain you. Choose your circle with intention. Show me your friends and I will show you your future. Because you become like those you spend time with. If you want to change your life, change your environment. Spend time with people who think bigger, live better, and dream stronger. Do not let jealousy or comparison destroy your peace. Someone else's success does not take away your own. Celebrate others and you will attract success to yourself. Helping others does not make you smaller, it makes you greater. The more value you give, the more value you receive. I once knew a man who made it his daily goal to help one person each day. Sometimes with a word of advice, sometimes with a small act of kindness. He told me that practice changed his entire life. He became more joyful, more respected, more fulfilled. Because giving is the secret to living. If you want more joy, give joy. If you want more love, give love. If you want more success, help others succeed. Life gives back what you put into it multiplied. Every strong relationship is built on 3 things: trust, respect, and communication. Without those 3, the foundation will crumble. Listen before you speak. Understand before you judge. Give before you ask. Communication is not just talking. It is connecting. It is hearing what is not being said. It is feeling what the other person feels. Great communicators do not speak to impress. They speak to express. They do not try to win arguments. They try to build understanding. Your relationships are your greatest resource. They will open doors money never could. They will support you when strength fails. They will remind you who you are when you forget. So invest in people. Build deep connections. Give more than you take. Leave everyone better than you found them. Because when life is done, it will not matter how much you earned. What will matter is how much love you shared, how many lives you touched, how many people you helped grow. And remember this: no one succeeds alone. Every great success story is the result of many unseen hands helping, lifting, guiding, and believing. So build people up. Speak life into them. Be the reason someone keeps going when they want to quit. Because in the end, the legacy you leave is not in the things you built. It is in the people you inspired.